Alright TM Nation, these are the Soundcore Space One Pro Bluetooth headphones that I got my hands on a little bit later than usual, but now that I've had the chance to test them out for a few weeks, I think that there's a lot to love about them for the $199 price tag. I will get into the specifics about why these are probably the best headphones that I own at the price, but for the highlights, they provide great battery life with up to 60 hours of use on a charge, adjustable ANC and transparency modes, Bluetooth 5.3 for a stable connection, no matter if you're connected to a laptop, smartphone, tablet, or desktop. They are compatible with the Soundcore app that will allow you to customize your listening experience, and the mics on these do a really good job of rejecting noises going on around you during voice calls and focusing on your speech, which is something that I'll demonstrate for you guys in just a moment when I do my call quality test. That being said though guys, there are some features that the Space One Pros are missing that I just plain wish that they had, and I'll touch on that a little bit later on in this video. Inside of the box, you don't get a nice carrying case, which is a bit of a bummer, but they do give you a bag that you can throw the headphones in, along with a 3.5mm cable for wired use, a USB Type-C cable for charging, and of course you'll get the headphones. And taking a closer look at the design of the headphones, as you can see, they have a pretty subtle look to them that is not really overpowering in terms of the branding, but one thing that I really like about the design is that they're probably the most transportable headphones that I own. They pretty much can fold up into a little ball that will pretty much fit anywhere. I mean, I could fit this in a larger pocket, but it certainly will fit into a backpack, purse, or anything of that nature. But not only that, they can go ahead and fold up like most headphones can do, but if you're looking for headphones that can lie flat on a surface as well, these have got you covered. I will say that they are very comfortable on my head and ears as well, as the padding that they use is generous and plush on all sides. I have worn them for 6 to 8 hours at a time without any ear fatigue or discomfort, and I haven't had any issues with them making my ears sweat either. The clamping force for me with them is also good, as they aren't too snug on the sides of my head. They really fit for me just about perfectly. I also do like the placement of the controls on them, as they're right on the ridges of the ear cups, which for me makes them very easy to locate and press without having to fidget around too much. And you do get all of your essential controls with these too, so you don't have to pick and choose. You can control your calls, tracks, voice assistant, volume, and more directly from the headphones. You also have limited customization of the controls inside of the app too, so if you want to go ahead and change what the ANC button controls, you do have the ability to do so. With the Bluetooth 5.3 connectivity, I haven't had any issues with any noticeable latency using these to watch YouTube videos or Amazon Prime movies on my iOS or Android devices, but unfortunately, they don't feature a low latency mode, so if you're a hardcore mobile gamer who needs a near instant response, these are not going to be the best in that area. I do want to mention that they do feature multi-point connectivity though, so if you want to go ahead and pair them and connect them to two different devices at once, you do have that option, but it does come with a caveat. They are also compatible with LDAC, but you can't have this enabled if you're going to be using multi-point connectivity. So that is one of the things that you'll see inside of the app. But outside of that, you can also see the charge left on the headphones, choose from pre-built EQs, create your own, or even take the sound test to have the app create one tuned to your hearing. It allows you to access the user manual on the go, control your ANC and transparency modes, as well as turn on or off the easy chat function that will automatically lower what you're listening to and enable transparency mode whenever you start speaking. And like I mentioned in the intro, the call quality with them has impressed me so far with how they're able to focus on my speech and reduce some of the noises going on around me. But I did take samples for you guys just so that you can judge for yourselves. Let's check them out. All right, guys. So right now I have the headphones paired to my iPhone 16 Pro. And as you can see, the audio that you're hearing is coming from the microphones on them. Now, right now, the room is relatively quiet. So this is my quiet room test, but I'm going to switch over and do some background noise in just a moment. Give me a second. And now I have some simulated background noise playing in the background. And this part of the test is aimed at seeing how well the microphones on these headphones can go ahead and focus on my speech while rejecting some of that noise. Let me know what you guys think. Are they doing a pretty good job? Have you heard better? Let me know. Touching on the ANC Performance, these did perform better than I was expecting, as they do a really good job at reducing buzzing and humming type tones, but they also do a decent job with reducing dialogue, which is an area that a lot of ANC headphones lack in. When I tested them outside on my walk, like I do with all of my ANC headphones and earbuds, I could barely hear people talking as they walked by me, and sounds such as birds chirping, the kids outside playing, and cars passing by me were pretty much inaudible as long as I was listening to something, whether that be music or a movie or a podcast, and my volume was set to between 25 and 50%. I did try them with wind noise canceling on and off, and I couldn't tell a difference between the modes, but like I said, the ANC with these does work well overall, and it's certainly above average in comparison to other headphones I've tried at this price point. For the transparency, it also performed good in my opinion. Using it was like an amplified pass-through, and it did not sound artificial, and I could hear what was going on around me clearly within about a 5 to 6 foot radius, which like I said is pretty good. Now moving on and touching on the sound quality, out of the box they didn't blow me away. They did sound okay, but they were lacking that warmth that I look for, so I did go ahead and create my own custom EQ. But if you're not the type of person that likes to do that, I would say go ahead and at least take the sound test to have the app create one that's tuned to your hearing. But once I went ahead and played with the EQs a bit, the highs came through clearly as I could hear most of the detail in my music. I did also go ahead and dial the mids up just a bit so that dialogue came through a little bit more prominently, and I pushed the bass up quite a bit too to bring the low end out a little bit more. Overall, this made for a sound signature that was very pleasing for me to listen to. It is on the brighter side without being too piercing or harsh, and although they aren't boomy or head rattling in the bass department, they do provide a respectable thump and rumble that will sneak up on you at times. There is also a Dolby Audio option in the app as well, but I don't enable this because it flattens the EQ out a little bit more than what I like. But the main thing that I appreciate with these headphones is that they get more than loud enough for my personal liking, but they also give off little to no distortion even when I push them to the limit, and that's not something that I can say about a lot of headphones that I own at this price point. So all in all fam, these are solid at $200 if you're looking for a very good pair of ANC headphones that don't have any glaring weaknesses. I mean, the battery life is good, the ANC performance is good, the call quality is impressive, and they are probably the most portable but still extremely comfortable headphones that I own. I do wish that they featured auto pause and play that would automatically pause your music when you took the headphones off and then resume when you put them back on. And I do wish that they featured a low latency mode for a more pleasurable gaming experience. But outside of those two features, these pretty much check every box that I look for in a good pair of well-rounded ANC headphones for a fraction of the cost that I paid for my Bose Quiet Comfort Ultras, which are right now my favorite pair of ANC headphones across the board, and they should be because they cost more than twice as much, but I can assure you that they don't perform twice as good as what you get with the Space One Pros. Before you get on out of here, if you rock with the channel and your boy Tech Mo, hit that subscribe button and knock that notification bell out so you won't miss any of my uploads. Welcome to TM Nation. Peace.